what do successful people do that unsuccessful people don't do? Or how are you successful in some areas of your life but not in other areas? Most people spend, and myself included, we spend 90% of our time, energy, and money focused on making a good decision. And then we spend 10% of that time, energy, and money and effort on managing that decision. That equation does not lend to a lot of positive, successful outcomes. For example, the wedding industry. I find it interesting how high our divorce rate is in America and around the world. And there's many reasons you could argue for it. But one that has always stood out to me is the amount of time, energy, and money that is put into weddings these days. And it seems to me that most people, most couples spend 90% of their energy and time and money on those weddings, and they only spend about 10% of that on their marriage and their relationship after the wedding. And so my husband and I, knowing this in advance and really having thought about it, we really committed we wanted to have a great wedding, and we did. We had a wonderful one, but have spent 90% of our time and energy and effort on our marriage rather than the wedding. And we've had our ups and downs, we've had mountains and valleys, and I'm sure I'll share some of that journey in the days ahead. But suffice it to say, we're celebrating 11 years, and I'm super proud of that. I'm not trying to brag about that. I'm only just trying to bring up this connection between decision making and decision managing. And as I look at how is success defined in our lives, and what do successful people do that unsuccessful people don't do? Or how are you successful in some areas of your life but not in other areas? And so I don't know what change you want to make in your life. I don't know what encouragement you need, but I challenge you to really think through this idea of learning to become a good decision manager as opposed to just a good decision maker. Because when you learn to manage good decisions, you can take good decisions and make them great. But if you're focused only on making great decisions, well, you're not going to get very far in life because you won't have the systems in place to maintain that consistency and see the outcomes of success.